game number 2 now here on Tomb of the Spider Queen between Microgods and Override. Override taking a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 series in this losers bracket on Dragonshire. And kicking it off on the left-hand side, it is Microgods fighting for their survival in this series. Kicking it off, it is Rhaegar being played by Kruven, JT on Anubarak, Godzilla, Valor, Physics on Li Ming, and Tuka on Joanna.
And on the right-hand side, we do have Override. So we do see Jaina being played by Demise, Falstair being played by Shy, KVA on his notorious Stitches play, Luminum playing Uther, and John playing Thrall.
So a bit of a switch around on some of these picks, notably Jetty being taken off of that Valor, has been subbed to the Anubarak, but once again they do have the better wave clear. They do like this Joanna, and I like what they're doing here. They're actually going to do a bit of a body block, and there's a bit of a strategy that I employed in X5 from time to time, where we would try and deny that minion wave from coming as close. But look at this, KVA, he is on Stitches, he goes for the hook, but he didn't actually predict that they were going to do a body block on those minions. And he didn't get anything as a result, but I like the idea. And I'm just really curious to see what this Anubarak does build, whether or not it's going to be Locust Swarm or a Cocoon.
Yeah, big Cocoon. We haven't actually seen a lot of Anubarak in the current meta as well, so it's quite interesting to see him being picked up. We do see both teams really just clearing that first wave. Probably going to see them focus on the top and mid and rotate up and down, clearing as fast as they can, trying to grab those gems to get those web weavers, as we always twist our tongues around on those phrases there. But we do see the talents being picked up. Pretty standard stuff from both teams. Thrall picking up the Chain Lightning build most likely. We do see the Generation Master being picked up for the tanks. And I'm thinking we might see the Condemn build from the Joanna again. She did like that last game, did work out quite well for her. They need the CC as well. But a little bit of a tussle here. Here comes KVA missing that hook again. Unfortunate, or should I say candy cane. Very sticky stuff.
Yeah, so this is one of the most snowballish maps, or battlegrounds if you will, in the rotation right now for competitive. And right now, Microgods really do have the rotations on point. They're winning the battle as they are bouncing between lanes from mid to top a little bit quicker. The hook goes out again, and KJ's still waiting for that first hook to get the ball rolling. And they rotate now through to his top hand side, and you'll see they have a slight XP advantage, but that comes with the comp. John and co are really looking to try and get picks and just blow a target up.
Yeah. It's all they're really basing this around is really the Stitches hook, I feel. So they'll get the Stitches hook, John throws out a wolf to slow things down and really just follow up stuns from Uther and etc. A lot of CC potential in Override's team comp, and of course a lot of burst. So what they're going to be doing, Microgods, I'm assuming the response to that is of course they have the Rhaegar Ancestral Healing. They've got a lot of CC from Anubarak, and they've got a lot of potential to break up team fights with Joanna. So of course they're going to be alright, but Shy taking a lot of damage here. Godzilla and JT going at him. Nice we trade. And oh, look at this. Tuka running into a bit of a mess here. He's going to... Oh, missing another hook. Very unfortunate. Tuka just on point with his mind games today. Just says, oh, you want to chuck out a candy cane? Guess what? I'm not hungry. He just dodges that to the side and he moves on out.
Yeah, the dentist visit wasn't going to be happening today, nor was it going to be happening tomorrow either. But Shy coming to this bot hand lane, and he's really been bullying Jetty quite a bit. I feel like this is definitely a favourable matchup for the Falstad play, especially with that global pressure. He can really do so much, reset, fly back in, and it gives you a lot of options come later into this game with the global pressure that it brings to the table. But here we go, Tuka once again so fearsome on this Joanna, really just walking up to people without a care in the world.
As you can though, when you've got the follow-up of your team, you've got the burst healing from Rhaegar, you can afford to be aggressive, you know, nice shielding and damage mitigation from Joanna, so such a solid character. And yeah, like you say, I'm really excited to see the Anubarak play. I'd love to see some web, or the Cocoon being picked up, because we haven't seen it in a while, you know. I really like Anubarak, cool character. Don't know if you guys ever played well, but back in the old Wattle K days when you got to fight him for the first time, all so nostalgic for the Warcraft 3 players, so good indeed. But here comes a bit of engagement once again. Oh, KVA just walking up, trying to wave clear and gets just beaten around, slapped in the face, left, right, front, center, and definitely not the best position to be in for them.
Yeah, I have an inkling that they might actually go Locust Swarm just because there's not really a good Cocoon target to really go on to. I mean, potentially Uther just to deny the Divine Shield, but the coordination at best of times isn't really what they're after. And Locust Swarm just brings so much more damage to the table that they can really do something. But there goes the hook finally connecting onto a target. And that's definitely a target you want to connect onto. There goes Shy Barrel straight into it. He's not afraid to get amongst it. And they're going to turn the attention on to more. They're looking for more. The hook is
Yeah.
obviously on cooldown.
Yeah, very, very nice play there by KVA. That is the perfect target, just like you said, Skimmy, to pick up. They don't want to be pulling a Joanna. They don't want to be pulling in a Nubarak. So the Rhaegar, that's optimal.
He was
Storm
just
Shields.
warming up before,
Exactly.
just sort of warming up the swing, getting the
It's like
action
the golf.
going.
Yeah, it's like golf. You walk up, you take about 30 shots that aren't intentional for anything, and then you land that one nice sopper that gets you straight
And I'm sure
on
he'll
the
try
one.
to tell us that it was all mind games to try and tilt the enemy into thinking he's a bad Stitches player,
Exactly.
but you don't ever listen to KVA because what does he know?
Yeah, what does he know? He's just one of the better players in the scene, so I guess we are better. We are casters. We are the best.
We can see everything, and we can see everything without a fog of war, so we can tell you that you made a misplay, but
Yeah.
can we do it ourselves? Probably not.
Probably not, because we're not good. Okay, but returning to the game, after that digressing there, Shy in the bottom lane with his own Web Weaver. He's going to have a wee friend there, as Bob Ross would say. Felstead not going to let that Web Weaver go alone. The old chirping down there against the Nubarak, and we do see the lone Web Weaver all by himself, no friends. Going to be just going alone in that top lane, dealing the damage as best he can. Very, very nice.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to go for a tap and then rotate through to his top-hand side. Demise playing pretty patiently. He was going to go for that tower, which has no ammo left on it, but rightfully so he decided to back away because he would have taken
KVA
so
gonna
much
land a
damage to
hook.
free the hook. It could just go through this tiny little passage. KVA has been known to land some pretty nasty hooks from time to time, but he doesn't obviously have the hook upgrade to really do anything too nasty at this stage.
Once he gets that nice range upgrade on that hook, that's when we're going to see the peels and the picks coming out of there. So he's going to peel him out of the team. Probably just be like, oh, g'day, you're really out of space here.
Welcome to
And,
Christchurch.
welcome.
Boom!
Yeah.
And then suddenly a thunder comes out and you're in Christchurch. What do you know?
Yep, earthquakes all around. So a lot of damage coming out here. That spider, or Web Weaver I should properly say, is going to go down. And that was the final one of them. 52 gems for Microgods to hand in terms of their inventory, and 39 for the opposing team Override. And of course, Override already have one up in this best of 3, so if they win this game, it could potentially be over. So let's have a quick look at the talents. We do see Jaina picking up Ice Lance, so she's going more of a Ice Lance build. I'm imagining we're going to see a Frost Elemental to get that.
Yeah, it's
turn the
usually
slot
more
up.
if you're trying to sort of focus on one target.
Yeah.
They have a lot of single target damage, obviously with the hook and the follow-up from Thrall, so the whole idea, the whole philosophy really behind this is try and blow up somebody, one target, ASAP.
Yeah, as fast as you can, yeah. And then it really doesn't matter what the rest of the fight entails because you're one up and you've gotten rid of a crucial target. But here we see Demise doing what he does best. He's going to be going and applying that pressure. JT simply walking out of there. It's going to be kind of hard to kill in a Nubarak anyway, let's be honest. Now that the Web Weaver is up, they have to kind of react to that first and primarily. So Demise rotating out to help out KVA and Aluminum. They're going to be dealing with this mid lane, and of course, Microgods, they're just going to be pushing with all their might with this middle Web Weaver.
Yeah, so they're going to level things out here in terms of XP, but John's pretty low on the bot hand side. He's going to be forced to back out in a second, and Shy's not there to sort of really bully Nubarak as he was doing so early into this game. Level 10 now has been acquired by both sides, and the stinky breath, as I like to call it, on Stitches has been picked up. No Gorge here to try and blow somebody up by just walking up to them. And as you mentioned, yeah, the Water Elemental was taking the Ring of Frost. Isn't desirable in this situation, and it's not really what you're trying to do with a Frostbolt build. You're really just trying to sort of slow as many targets as possible and get that Frostbolt available off cooldown.
Especially when it pierces
possible.
to the first target, so you're really maximising that slow potential on the team. And of course, it's going to be so good when you start getting those big crits off. So we do see the level 10 talents being picked up for both teams straight.
And it was a Locust Swarm, mind you.
Swarm, yeah. So we're not going to be seeing the web today, but of course we are going to be seeing plenty of Web Weavers. So I suppose that's a nice compensation there. KVA waiting for a hook. Is he going to land one? Possibly does. Yes, nice. We pick onto physics, but he does just blink away. Not the best target. Aluminum going so low as well. Divine Shield being popped already. Tuka being healed up. Ancestral Healing. Sundering being used. Welcome to Christchurch, he says. Nice Gus coming out by Shine with 22 gems. Well, a lot of gems. 66 in total of the inventory for Override. They don't want to fight. They want to get the heck out of there.
Yeah, and Shy was saying, well, I'm pieced out right away. I'm going to go straight for the hand in, but, Microgods don't really seem to be too deterred. They say we might not actually get much from that team fight, but we'll get another set of Web Weavers descended onto the battlefield and make things happen. Try and get the snowball action on. But here they go. They're going straight for Shy. Shy is going to have to play this one perfectly. He's going to have to juke the knock-up. The root hasn't come out either. He's already used the barrel. There goes the knock-up finally. And Tuka's coming in as well. The hook.
Oh, nice heals! Oh!
Aluminum with the holy radiance of absolute divine favour. I tell you what, if there's ever a time to be religious, that was the time to be, because I'm sure he was counting his blessings. But physics! Oh, so cheeky from the flank. He was looking for the bird. Bird was not the word. Bird does run back to base, and he flies back in mid.
Yeah, here he comes. Stops himself straight back up there. That was some clutch healing by the MVP Uther there. But we got a little bit of time to look at the damage here. Ro1 leading the team for Team Override. Oh, but as I'm actually saying, their demise is just getting picked off. So much damage and pick potential from Microgods. You get caught in those stuns, you're certainly going to go down. And now they are 1 down. So KVR needs to be careful. Hook doesn't connect with anyone there. Trying to go for someone in the back line, mainly Godzilla. And doesn't quite connect. Even if it did, could have been quite dangerous for them anyway, losing that fort so promptly.
Yeah, interesting positioning there by Godzilla to really sort of be there when, you know, they are roaming around and they do have so much dive potential like that. I mean, John was up in the top lane pushing, and they weren't really looking to fight as a result. But hey, you know, Microgods are going to abuse this fact, and they're going to sort of push on through bot as much as they can. They're going to rotate through to another Web Weaver, which, as I look, is already dead. So I do take that one back. But hey, level 13 is imminent for them now, and this might be the time for them to force an engagement.
Yeah, I was going to say they could actually engage him in that wee tuck there, but it doesn't look like they were actually keen to. Sundering could be so good in those small spaces there where you can actually split the team into such a choke and really push someone into like a wee space like there where that camp goes. That's fantastic. So it didn't actually manage to get that.
Look at this, Jatty waiting in the wings. He's waiting so patiently. The knockup goes into 2 members straight away. Locust Swarm has been popped. So much damage coming across. Luminum's already had to be forced to pop the ult. There goes Shy finally coming in. The Mighty Gust only a little bit too late because Uther's already gone. The second kill has already given another reset for Li Ming. And look at this, KJ 62 gem starving. He does not want to die. Aluminum is healing him as much as he can, but Jetty's coming from the flank now to slow. So he's dead. So much momentum lost. This is like Blackheart's Bay. You just snowball so very hard. The bird dies as well. 4 members are lost. And, well, Microgods really should be able to finish this one off out.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of just hand-in potential for Microgods. All they have to do really now is PvE to win. Not the best situation to be in if you are Override. They did lose 62 hand-in gems there, so that's really not what you want to see. I do feel like, you know, what Microgod's been doing really well is they're always scouting out, always looking for stuff, and they're always finding places to gank. And I mean, look at the level
they weren't even level 13 during that entire scuffle, so you have to wonder why or what the call was.
Why they were keen to fight in the first place.
Especially with those gems and especially down as such, so it was a bit of an interesting shot call to see, but
mind you, they were also handing in, so maybe it was a bit of a spur of the moment thing, you know. Clear them, hand in, back, you know, but they just didn't have the potential. And not being level 13, you know, that hurt them. So that's probably what lost them the fight, really, in the end, wasn't it?
Didn't really have the vision to really know where they were, and they blindly took a chance, and a chance didn't pay out. And, you know, now they have grouped up as 5. This is the time for them to fight before Microgods hit level 16. They want to force something now whilst they are on that evil talent footing. But look at the damage. The damage goes straight onto Demise. The Wizards battling out against one another, and then they go straight on towards... Oh, the cleanse is so huge. The Ice Box is huge as well. Nice. But it does get overlaid with the Ice Block and the Divine Shield, and the Sundering came out as well. That's a lot of ultimates starting to be burned. I think every single ultimate, every ultimate except Stitches got used, and once again, it put you in another time, and now you have to wait until level 16. By the time those ults come back, they're going to be level 16, and they've lost that window of opportunity.
Exactly, and I mean, if you look at Team Microgods, they didn't have to use many of their ultimates, but we did see JT actually use his Lotus Swarm. That's probably just for that engage, you know, he was keen to hard engage rather than the soft engage, and he got in there, and Mighty Gust was used, and I mean, they got so many ultimates out of it, like you said, so a lot of worth for Microgods there, and they can probably apply a lot of pressure here as long as they keep that in the back of their mind. They blew ultimates, we have the ability to do this, they will, and it looks like they're playing pretty confident, so I think they're onto that.
And that's something that people overlook sometimes in, say, Quick Match or Hero League, that they say, oh, you know, it's all about kills, it's all about objectives, but sometimes just actually baiting out significant spells, be it Ice Block or ultimates, are just as crucial, because you end up becoming an empowered minion, because you don't actually have much to bring to the table. And once again, they are sieging on through with these Weavers the 3rd time in a series. The bottom one is about to drop down, and they've already got big sort of presence here in this mid-hand side to try and push a keep, try and make something happen, and try and get the snowball lead going. Level 16 acquired. This would be a good time to really force this lead, but they may decide to just rotate through to the top-hand side because it doesn't look too convenient. But the hook, it does go. What a time to land it on the wrong target, if you will. The Ancestral is baited out, but the re-engagement, the Blessed Shield, the damage from the strafe as well. The Gust instantly responded, coming out of Shy there. The Ice Block also used by Demise, but it does deny him from dying.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much that Override can do at the moment. There's a lot of damage, a lot of fight potential, and as soon as they're getting caught, if they're responding to the fight, I don't feel like they're going to win. They are behind. They kind of need to get a pick themselves with those hooks, you know, because every time it looks like the Blessed Shield comes out, Group Stun, Condemn comes out, and then all the damage just kind of piles up from there. So they really don't have a lot of HP or time to work with in their comp. They need to do the burst as fast
Their
as
comp just
possibly
seems... I don't know how to describe it.
Oh!
I mean, I was just about to crucialize, or was about to sort of criticize, I should say, what their comp is capable of. But that's what they really need to do. They need to try and just force those erratic players that come out of nowhere. Because right now, on the forefront of who wins one-on-one or 5v5, Microgods will win every single time. You know, you hook somebody, instantly Joanna turns around with a blessed shield and says, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. It's really not that scary getting hooked in this current game, I guess, in terms of these two team matchups. So they really have to play it to their best possible scenario. And I just don't feel like they've had a time to shine yet in terms of these hooks. They haven't really brought too much to the table except for the minor picks that they did get so far.
Oh, Shy in a dangerous spot. He's already used the barrel roll. There goes the Blessed Shield. He's not concerned to be able to use that on one person at all. He knows he has nothing available to him. He does actually use a local storm as well. Microgod's really securing that kill, and they might actually walk towards boss.
Yeah, this should be a relatively easy boss for them, because they are one down. And of course, Felstad, no Mighty Gust. All they really have is the Sundering Divine Shield and the gas and whatnot. Not going to be enough. So what they're going to do is to respond to this, they're going to pick up their red web weavers. But of course, the top web weaver is going to have a hard time against the boss. It's probably going to get taken out quite promptly.
Yeah, so Override will definitely know that they're on this boss. But I mean, a few mechanical misplays here coming out of Override. I mean, they're getting caught in certain situations. They're not able to really execute the combo as they want to. They've sort of been playing reactively, if you will. And, you know, it's punishing them so hard right now because they say this boss is going to come with a weaver to complement it. And that surely has to be a dead keep.
Well, not to complement it, it is going to get taken out.
Combat it.
Combat it, yeah. So that does get taken out. Unfortunately, just like I said though, it's not going to survive for very long. They are going to take that out nice and promptly in the bot. Oh, nice wee hook there. But doesn't manage to bring him in. He's going to get stomped on that wall.
But you'll see what they're doing, right, is every time Shy is, or every time KVA is trying to go up for a hook, it's someone like, you know, Joanna or someone like Anubrek that's really trying to say, hey, hook me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, you know, we saw when it did connect to Rhaegar, he was dead meat. But, I mean, you shouldn't really have Leeming or Vala in that sort of situation to get hooked in the first place.
Exactly.
That's why you need a surprise element. That's why you need to try and do something that's just going to sort of catch them off guard.
And if they do get hooked, they can just jump straight out. And, of course, Joanna has the unstoppable if she does get stopped. Oh, but a nice hook
That's the
coming
good
out.
hook, but it doesn't connect with anything much more after that. Oh, the damage! That's exactly what they need to do. Instantly blow somebody up and then chase on afterwards. Make stuff happen. They take out Anubrek before the Ancestral can even be used. It's already on a 10-second cooldown, and as it didn't connect with anything, they're going straight into Tuka now. He doesn't have the invulnerability because he's not level 20, and they might take him out as well. This is what Override need. This is what they needed to do from day one, from the start of this game, really.
Yeah.
And now they've really sort of found their mojo.
Yeah, they've found it indeed. Mojo, Jojo. They're going to go so hard here, and they're going to push down in the spot lane. And of course, this is their return, I guess you could say. They're going to pick up that turret.
Oh, they might actually look for more. No, you do actually look for more. That's what we're talking about. That's the fear that you should be instilling with the Stitches.
Exactly.
And they say thank you for the kill and thank you for a night camp.
And now they're just going to rotate. Probably, I'd like to see them pressuring the lane a bit further because they are 3 down. I'm sure they are going to do this. They're very smart players themselves. Maybe go for another hook. KVA super keen on that Stitches. They're just waiting also patiently. Are we going to see a play come out? Physics, you're playing a bit risky there, mate. You're walking around a KVA with a big hook. Big candy cane. So sticky. And this is sticky stuff we're working with there.
Yeah, sticky stuff indeed. He's hanging around looking for something. He's gone for the siege now, and this really isn't the sort of situation you want to be in. When you're just taking all this free damage. The Storm Shield has been popped, or shield coming out of Bupa has been popped. There goes the Mighty Gust and the Strafe to respond to it as well. Almost used as a sort of deterrence, if anything, saying get off our keep, we don't want you to take it. It is dropped to, say, 25%, and you know, they would have been pretty gutted to not be able to actually take that. But say, you know, they're looking for the engagement. Microgods are still chasing on home. The hook does connect straight to physics. The Sundering as well, straight away. The Divine Shield down to Jaina. Jaina's doing so much damage. This Interact going out, looking for that first reset. Picks it onto Stitches. Oh, there goes Jaina as well. And it's all gone disastrously. As soon as physics gets that first reset, the fight goes downhill straight from there. And there we go. Fausted, another casualty. Ufa, another casualty. John, the War Chief off the Horde, running for his life. Earthbringer that he is. He's trying to make things happen. He's trying to run away, but
yeah, I think he can get away here. He should be pretty safe, but I mean, a bit of a misplay there on Override's part. Don't think they could have ever won that fight, and of course, I think this is GG. They're not going to be able to take out just with John here, with heals from Rhaegar, certainly going to be staying alive. And wow, that last team fight, yeah, they just, like I said, when I was watching that, I really felt like it was just, the fight was bound to happen. There was nothing they could do, and it really resulted in what we're seeing now, which is the GG. And that is a 1-1 from Microgods. versus Override.
Yeah, so to keep themselves in this series, thankfully Kriven actually had a bit of mana this time to actually keep them being topped up, and that's what happens. You can actually go for those core calls as a result, and 1-1 now. So third and final game. This will be decided to see who really can rise to the occasion, and we'll see how it goes.